not working hard. Yeah, right, picture that with a Kodak. Or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my...
It's like, for example, it is said a lot that aluminum is a suspected neurotoxin, right? Now, ever since we got into this love affair with aluminum, then we start having diseases like what's the name, Alzheimer's, right? But then they say it's a suspected neurotoxin. But no, it's not a suspected neurotoxin. It's a known neurotoxin. Aluminum kills brain cells, any kind of aluminum products. So if you cook in aluminum pot, if you put antiperspirant spray under your arm, if you drink out of aluminum cans, you know, on over prolonged period of time, don't be surprised if you end up once a man, twice a child, right? Alzheimer's, right? It's the trend, you know, just to mention as an example about these foods and all these suspect additives that we have to deal with in our lifespan. And a lot of the effects, it's cumulative, so it's over time, so it's not noticeable because we can't see it happening in the present, right? If when you smoke a cigarette, you drop down right away as soon as you finish smoking that and die from cancer, a lot of people wouldn't smoke. But it doesn't happen like that. It's a cumulative effect over a period of time, right? So I think we're kind of straying from the subject a little bit.
This thing with not eating after a certain hour in the evening time or the night time, does that make any difference? Does it make a difference?
It doesn't really, depending on what you're eating, right? There was an old man, right? There's an old guy, his name is Bob Del Monteque. He's 90-something years old, but you would never know. Only way you can tell he's 90-something years old is because he has a full head of white hair, but he's in perfect shape. He always have a midnight snack. He likes to have a midnight snack because he doesn't like to go to sleep hungry. He never goes to sleep before midnight. That might be his secret of it. But he's 90-something years old. But you know what his midnight snack is? An apple, right? Some grapefruit juice, and some graham crackers. That's his midnight snack. So it doesn't matter what time you eat. What's important is what you eat, right? Now, if you're trying to lose weight, right, then it makes sense to try to give, at least have your last meal about 2 hours before you lay down. That makes sense. But what you don't want to do is go to sleep hungry. Because when you go to sleep hungry, that cranks up your body's fat storage mechanism. And people, we all make this mistake. You ask people, are you ready to eat? No, I'm not hungry yet. So they're waiting to be hungry to eat. In the meantime, every time they get hungry, that hunger sends a signal to their body to store fat, store fat, store fat, store fat. So the body now, so their fat storage mechanism is turned all out. So now the body could store as much as 70% of what you eat as fat. So now a lot of people ask, but Ed, I'm not even eating a lot, and I'm still gaining weight. Why is that? Here's the answer. If the body is storing 70% of what you eat as fat, storage, it's packing it on, right? Then you can understand 70% is 70% regardless of how much you eat. Whether it's this big or this big, it's still 70%. It's more than what you are using for your body processes. So you will be gaining weight. So the objective, and there was a slide up there just now that says we want to turn off our body's fat storage mechanism, right? That's what we want to try to do, and we do that by training our body, bringing our body up to speed with us, letting our body know by the way we eat that there's no need to store fat. If we can do that, we can go a long ways towards controlling our weight, because it won't do anything about the fat that's already stored, but it will do something that will prevent the body from piling on more. See? And it's very, very simple. Many of you know of some teenager who's always eating, but they never gain any weight. Some people hate them that are trying to say, you're just too hateful. Look at you, always eating and you're not gaining. And me, as soon as I just
look on the food.
But there is the secret, right? How you eat in terms of how often. How often it sends a message. No, you don't have to eat more. You just have to eat more often. So your body, and then the next thing is this. Don't eat because you're hungry. Eat because it's time. So let's say, for example, you have a 12-hour day, and you wanna have 6 nourishments in that day, 6 times, you know, because now you really want to make an impression on your body that, hey, you know, stop this storage business because I'm tired of this. We don't need this. We're living in the 21st century, right? So what you do is you break down that 12 hours, divide that 12 by 6, and that means every 2 hours you should be nourishing your body. See? So now you go by time. You don't wait till you get hungry. Every 2 hours, you just reach for something. And what you try to do is keep good stuff around you, healthy stuff, keep them around you because, you know, one of the things there are 3 negative things about hunger. Why you want to keep hunger out of your life. Hunger is the enemy. Believe me, trust me, hunger is the enemy. 1, when you get hungry, you lose your ability to be selective, right? Am I right or am I right?
It depends.
Huh?
It depends.
No. Don't you lose your ability to be selective when you get hungry? You just want to eat, right? And you're going to eat what's around you, right? If you don't have...
What's around me, I still not eat.
Believe me. Let me ask you this. Would you, if you're really hungry, can you just not eat because what you want to eat is not around you? You can do that. That's wonderful. Well, most of us can't do that. We're going to eat eventually, and I'm telling you the truth. Eventually, your body will push you to that point. And when you get to that point, you're just going to eat something. I just want to eat something, anything, right? But you see, you don't want to deal like that. You want to always maintain your ability to be selective, right? Which means then that you don't want to get to that point, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing it does to you, when you get hungry, you always overeat. When you get hungry, you always overeat. We say your eye is bigger than your stomach, right? You always eat. When you take up your own food, if you're really hungry, you always take up more, right? Now, the third thing that hunger does to you is it sends a message to your body to store fat, store fat, store fat. 3 negative things about hunger. So these are 3 reasons to keep hunger out of your life, to never get hungry, right? Keep it at bay. So eat because it's time.